Hello friends, this is tutorial number 46 in these Turbo Pascal programming language tutorials. Okay, in this tutorial we will do the similar thing that we did in the previous tutorial, but the only difference is that we will use the strings, and we want to find minimum and the maximum. And you will tell me how we will get how we will get maximum or minimum of array of strings. Okay, for example, we can sort these strings in the array by comparing them with a number of letters. Okay, and let us start. We will need a couple of variables. Okay, we will enter 10 names to the program, and okay, it will need this name. We will entering a name, and we will need a name with minimum number of letters. It will be a name. We can call it name minimum. And also name with the maximum number of letters is name maximum. Okay, this will be all strings. Okay, and we need a couple of integers. Okay, we need variable x and also as we have in the previous tutorial, we need a minimum and the maximum, which will be an integer. Okay, and now we need to create our array. It will be array of the names, which will be an array, and it will be a 10 names from number 1 to number 10. Okay, and it will be of string. Okay, that's good. Okay, and we need now begin and end of our application. Okay, we put a dot. We need a read line. Okay, semicolon. And let's start with our application. Okay, this read line, okay, we will be with tab, and let's start. Okay, first we will need a for loop for okay, x equals from 1 to 10, and we will just type do, and we need begin and end, and let's define for this for loop. First we will need a message, write a line, and we will type enter, and we need a variable x, and we need some text with dot and name. Okay, it will be first name, second name, third name. Okay, it will be better. Okay, and we need to read a line the name. Okay, and names. Okay, we need names of x. Okay, will be equals to name. Okay, and that should be our for loop, and we will with this for loop we'll put these names into this array of names. Okay, that's good. And now we need to print this. We will simply, of course, we want to print that names that we enter. Okay, and we will simply we also can try in the same loop. We can define also minimum and the maximum, and let's first define a minimum will be equals to 0, and maximum also will be equals to 0, and this is Turbo Pascal. We need the 2 dots. Okay, 2 dots again and semicolon here. Okay, let's create another for loop, but we can simply write a line. We need a couple of we will use a couple of space, why not, with stars. And okay, these stars are pretty much good. We can use once more, copy, and let us paste. Our application will be prettier. Okay, and let's create another for loop. For it will be x equals, of course, we have needs to be from 1 to 10, because our array goes from 1 to 10. 1 to 10. Okay, do. And okay, we can simply but we need begin and end, and we can type, but before for loop we will just type here. We want to calculate all in this loop, and I will just need to write the entered names are. Okay, it should be a good, and semicolon. We want to write the names that we entered, and in this for loop we want to display all the names, and we want to define which is the name with a minimum number of letters, and we want to define which is the name with the maximum number of letters. Okay, we can do all of that in this for loop. Okay, first, okay, begin and end. We can simply just write. Okay, we can write. We will write. It will be names of x. Pretty much simple. Okay, and also we can write. But also we need. I use write, but I need to separate them. Okay, I will use 3 dots. Okay. Okay, or I can use okay, 3 dots, but wait a second, just a second. Okay, I need a comma, and I need the text. Okay, and I can use okay, or I can use comma as a text. Okay, maybe it will be better. We will use comma, and we will change if it's not pretty or not readable. Okay, but also we will need if statement. Okay, we will display the names, but we also will have an if statement. We want to define a minimum. Okay, if, and we have okay, we define minimum, but we want to define a name with minimum number of letters. But first we will need if minimum equals to 0. Okay, but it will this will go inside the because we will have or statement. We need a brackets, and we need or okay, or and we need another bracket. But now you expect minimum is greater, but we will not use names of x. Probably you expect that, but we will not use names of x. Because of that, minimum is an integer. And how if minimum is greater than names of x? Names names is array of strings. We cannot integer go with integers, and we cannot use comparing it with a string. We need to compare with integer, but we will compare with what? Okay, I told you about strings that a length is for me most important of the strings. We will use a length of names of x. Okay, of names of x. Okay, and I need to not forget to close this bracket. Okay, here is open and closing bracket, and here is open and closing bracket, and this is the bracket for the names of x. Okay, take care about these brackets, and we need a then we will do what? Okay, then we need a begin and end of this control statement, but it will be pretty much easily. Okay, we will simply write minimum will be equals minimum will be equals to, but it needs to be here, to length of names of x. Okay, this should be pretty much easily semicolon, but also we want, as I told, this is a minimum, and he will calculate the number. It will okay, we will have the name with minimum numbers, but we cannot display which name. It will just display us number of letters. But okay, let's go up. We define, we have a string name minimum, which will be the name of the name with minimum letters. Okay, and let's define, we have a name minimum, and name maximum. Okay, we need to define, okay, minimum will be equals to the length of the names of x. And name minimum will be equals to names of x. Okay, I'm pretty much sure that you understand it now, because name minimum is a string, and it will be equal to the name of the with that name with minimum letters. And this minimum will just only display us a number of letters, and this will be the name. Okay, and now we will need just a second. We will need, okay, we finish with this if statement, and we will need, but just here I need a semicolon, I will forget it. Okay, now here, okay, here is the if statement. Okay, here I could type another if statement, and it will be I don't need a bracket if maximum is lesser than length of names of x. Okay, we will just type then. And we will need, of course, we will need begin and end, and we also need, oh, just a second, okay, we need to define a maximum will be equals to a length of names of x. Okay, and we have a name with a maximum number of letters, which is name maximum equals to names of x. Okay, and this is it. This will be the formula for, okay, in this for loop we did three things. First, we will display the all names, and here, and also we will just find We will not. We will just find name with the minimum number of letters. Of course, we will know how much letters each name has, and also we will do the same thing for the name with the maximum number of letters. Okay, just let me see. For a loop starts here and where it ends, okay. Okay, begin is here, end is here. Okay, and we just need now. Okay, we will write here. We need just to write. Let's write couple of stars. Okay, we find all that we wanted. We just need to display that. Okay, I will just use a copy and paste. Copy and let's paste. Okay, to be more readable. And I will need to write some text. Okay, I will write line, and I will write the name with minimum number of letters is, and I will need a variable will be name minimum. Okay, we want to know which is that name. Okay, and this is too pretty much long. I can use semicolon here, and I can just a moment. Okay, I will need new, but here I will write just write, and I will write line here, because I want to it be displayed in one line, but it is too much long. I don't want to go to the right. Okay, and now I need to continue that text, and I will need is name minimum. Okay, I can put one dot, and it just can write it has, and okay, I need a variable minimum, and just need the text letters. We want to know which is that name and how many letters it has. Okay, and I can use the same thing for the maximum. Okay, or okay, let's write. We will just write. Okay, and we will write the text, the name with maximum number of letters is, and we will need name maximum. Okay, and we will just starting writing the new line, but we will also use just a write, and we will write a line. Okay, the same thing, dot, and we will just write it has, and we need a variable of maximum. Okay, and it will be we just need letters. Okay, this statement we could just copy and paste. It was easier, but okay, this should be it. Okay, and now what I need to do is we just need to compile to see where are the errors, nothing more. Okay, compile, where are the errors? Okay, for x, okay, here we forgot equals. Okay, first time I always forget two dots, and now I forgot equals. Okay, and that was the only one error, but okay, we will see it needs to work properly. Now let's try this application. Okay, enter first name. Okay, first name will be, I don't know what, Bobby. Okay, Bobby. Bobby, Johnny, Tracy, Jimmy. Okay, and we could have a Bob, which should be good. and we could have one big name, Alexander. Okay, Alexander should be good. Fred, Dorsey, Kimi, and Tommy. Okay, Tommy. Oh, that should be good. Let's enter, and okay, the entered names are okay. Oh, this just one. Okay, Bobby, Johnny, Tracy, Jimmy, Bob, Alexander, Fred, Dorsey, Kimi, and Tommy. Okay, the name with minimum number of letters is Bob, and it has 3 letters. And this should be true. Okay, and the name with maximum number of letters is Alexander and has 9 letters, and that should also be true. The one thing, just one thing that doesn't work properly is here. Okay, I write the names. Okay, and these stars are not. I need just to fix this star. Okay, this works very fine, but just okay. Okay, I use here to write. Okay, I will just need here. I will just need to write line, just one empty, just one space, and it's because of that I use here right. And these stars are starting in the same line, and because of that our application is not perfectly readable, but it works fine. Okay, let's clear and let's run it again to see if now. Okay, the names. Okay, which names? I don't know. Okay, Tommy. Okay, we can use Flintstones. Fred, Barney, Barney. Oh, why Burnett? Okay, Burnett. Here is, it can be the name. It's English club. Okay, Fred, Barney, Burnett. Okay, we have a Betty. We have a Vilma. Okay, we can have a Ronaldinho. Why not? Ronaldinho. Okay, and we can have Ronaldo. Okay, and Zidane. Why not? Football players. Okay, and we could have Beckham. Okay, I don't know if I spell it. Okay, but Ronaldinho. Okay, but no, we could have just Bo. Okay, will be the name. Okay. Okay, we have the names: Tommy, Fred, Barney, Barnett, Betty, Vilma, Ronaldinho, Ronaldo, Zidane, and Bo. Okay, the name with minimum number of letters is Bo. It has 2 letters. And the name with maximum number of letters is Ronaldinho, and it has 10 letters. This works perfectly, like a charm, okay, why? And as you can see, let's debug. User screen. Okay, these stars are now work perfectly. We have names displayed, and okay, we have all of name displayed. We have the name with the minimum number of letters, and we know how. Okay, it is Bo, of course it is true, and the name of Ronaldinho, it has 10 letters. Other names doesn't have 10 or equal or more letters, and this works properly like a charm. Okay, to show okay this code, but it was not too complicated. As you can see, the point is in this for loop we successfully displayed. We used to display all the names that we enter. And we also use this for loop inside. We use control statement just to define a name with the minimum number of letters and how many letters it has with minimum. And also we do the same thing with the maximum. Okay, I really hope that you understand it. It's not a rocket science, as you can see. And I really hope that you like this video. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. You can also follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and I will see you in the next tutorial.